Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast here. Your host, Huge Pop, and I have the opportunity tonight to sit down with a man, a hardcore death match master. He's from Rugged Pro Wrestling. It is Joey Knotts. How you doing, my guy? How's Joey Knotts doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, 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 man. I just love the opportunity to get with you guys because indie wrestling to me is women and guys going out there putting their lives on the line for the fans, and you guys knock it out of the park. You guys don't have this glitz and glamour. You just go out there because you love the sport of pro wrestling. I thank you for that. It means a lot to me as a fan to get the opportunity to meet people like you all around the United States. I just love doing this type of stuff. It's like a self-care for me to sit down on a weekly basis with people like you and talk wrestling. I appreciate you being here.
Oh, it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. At what moment, Joey, did you know that you wanted to be in wrestling?
So I always grew up watching wrestling. I was more into like the ECW backyard wrestling type of stuff. What really sealed the deal for me, I believe, was the TLC match with Hardy Boys, Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian. And I was like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do. I kind of put it on the back burner for a while, and I finally had the opportunity to give it a shot, and I went for it.
Awesome. So you're a GCW, Nick Gage type of guy. You like that the light bulbs across the face, all that good stuff. That's what you like.
That's what I live for.
That's awesome, man. So, how did you get started in wrestling? Did you go to schools? Did you go to training schools? Did you go through seminars? Let us know how you started. Got your feet wet, I guess.
Oh man, so I would go to the gym every day. I'd work out. I went to Rugged Pro Training Academy. So that's a professional wrestling school out in Iowa. After that, I met up with the Carver. He's a deathmatch wrestler. He's wrestled. He's won Prince of the Deathmatch. Well-known wrestler. I've been following him around and getting mentored by him. I've attended seminars. I've attended Myron Reed. I've attended Bully Ray Dudley, Bubba Ray. I am going to be going to a Madman Fulton seminar on Friday.
Okay.
I try to get as much knowledge as I can. I talk with other wrestlers, learn different things. It's an ongoing process. You're always learning.
So would you say seminars are a good thing to do?
100%. 100%. You get to pick their brain. They teach you different things that you didn't know about. You get the insides of the business.
Right. So there's got to be, so it's more than just physicality. There's the knowing the business is important too. That's what I'm hearing.
Correct. 100%. They teach you how to do promos. They show you different ways to approach things.
All right. All right. You got a couple fans here on Facebook page. Justin Bundy and John Pike say hi, man. So we better make
All right. Well, Justin Bundy, awesome fan. I absolutely love him. I wanted to give him a shout out. Always supporting wrestling. If you get a chance, follow him on Facebook, whatever he's on. Great guy.
Awesome, man.
He loves wrestling.
He does. The passion that guy has on his TikTok videos, he's just amazing. You can tell he loves pro wrestling. I've seen some photo shots of him at Rugged Pro Wrestling. He looks like he's just having a ball, and he looks like he's interacting with all you guys, and that's just cool to watch. So,
oh, it is. He makes the shows so much fun.
Awesome.
I love seeing him out there. We all do.
Awesome, man. What wrestler would you say was your biggest influence?
Oh man. Honestly, growing up, I would say it was, it's hard. I like Taz. I like the Raven. I really like New Jack. He's someone I really looked up to. Also the Hardy Boys, just because they were different and they had like that more alternative look.
Right.
Nowadays, like I really look up towards like Schlack. Neil Diamond Cutter, Hoodfoot, more of like the deathmatch guys.
Okay. I in that area of deathmatch, I love watching Nick Gage, GCW. That guy is just off the chain. He's the crowd loves him. They support him. I'm a Raven fan. I loved Raven back in the day. I loved him when he just that was so cool. And so yeah, I just was wanting to know who are your biggest influences. I get where you're as a hardcore deathmatch wrestler. I see where those would be great influences on you, man.
Oh yeah,
That's
for sure.
awesome. That is awesome. As a fan of pro wrestling, it's hard for me just to say I have one favorite. I can tell you I have Sting as my favorite wrestler, but it's not fair because there's so many eras. Is there if I say what is your Mount Rushmore of wrestlers? What would you be able to give us fans some insight of what that is?
Oh man, I would have to say my Mount Rushmore would have to be Mankind, of
Mm,
course, Cactus Jack,
yes,
those two would have to be. Um Undertaker, of course. Everybody loves Undertaker.
absolutely.
Um, I really like some of the old school guys. I mean, I would say maybe like oh man, it's hard. I know Stone Cold just because he got over so good. He had that no care attitude.
Right.
Um, and I don't know. For my fourth one, I would have to say, you know, I like Hardcore Holly. I don't know why, but I would
All
put him
right.
up there. He
Yeah.
he also inspired me to do this. Like,
All right. All right. Hey, I mean, he was good. He was good. I'll give you that.
yeah,
I'll give you
yeah,
that.
very created.
Are you a Moxley fan?
I am, yes. Yes, I'm going to have the pleasure of going to his show on Saturday.
Nice.
He's doing Wrestle Revolver out in Clive, Iowa.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go down there and hopefully get his autograph, shake his hand, talk with him a little bit.
I'm a bit jealous. He's probably one of my favorites. So say hi to him
Oh yeah,
from me. Say hi to him from me. That's all I gotta say.
I will.
All right. What's the one match you've had that stands out for you that you're most proud of?
Probably my first match
Okay.
ever. I was super scared to go out. You know, the nerves were rattling my brain. I just went out and did it, and it made me love the sport more.
Okay.
And it was like a huge turning point. So I would have to say that would be my favorite match just because it was my first time out there. It taught me so much. But every match I go into is my favorite. I love the sport. I love going out there. So there's no match that's better than any other ones.
Okay. Awesome, man. So now when you are at events, are they large crowd events, small crowd events, indoor, outdoor? I see a lot of rugged pro wrestling is outside. But is there any venues that you love so much? So what would be your favorite venue? I guess.
So I honestly like the small bar shows.
Okay.
Those are my absolute favorite. The crowds are crazy for those. Those ones are usually more 21 and over. So you use weapons and it's just more crazier.
Mm-hmm.
But I also love the outdoor shows. I love doing the normal venue shows as well. They all have their advantages and disadvantages.
Okay. Other than yourself, is there an up and coming wrestler that we need to look out for that's coming through the indies that is going to shock the world?
Man, there's tons. Honestly, like I hate to say it, Johnny Cass. That guy has heart. I will give him that, but that's all I'm going to give him. But you guys should be on the lookout for him
Okay.
for sure. Angus, Kaiser,
Okay.
Big Bad Bull Angus. He's a big, big dude. He is just a monster. Um, Luke Luna, he's out of Iowa. Great, great wrestler. So I
Awesome.
mean, I would be on the lookout for those guys. Also for more of the hardcore matches, Keaton Stoneburner.
Okay.
He is a great, great wrestler, great guy all the way around. He's going to do big things in the business. And last but not least, Tony Garrix,
Okay.
Captain Tony, man, that dude. well, I can't say enough good things about him, man. He puts in the work.
Now, is there a guy that wears a pumpkin to Rugged Pro Wrestling, like Backwoods guy or something like that, or that an up and coming guy, or is that something I missed? I misread there.
Um, you might not have misread it. I might not be aware of it
Okay.
as of lately, but there might be.
All right. And then Justin says Adam Love.
Yeah, so Adam Love is an awesome wrestler. So I love wrestling with him. He is such a high flyer, man. He throws great punches. Like I love working with him. So yes, Adam Love is a great wrestler as well. He's someone you guys should also be on the lookout for.
All right, awesome. Who do you want to face in your dream match?
Ooh. If I could go back in time, I would do Cactus Jack. That would be my dream match. But currently, right now, my dream match would probably be Schlack.
Okay.
Just because of how big and violent and gruesome he is. Like, I just want to, I would feel like we could go really, really hard in a match together.
Now, is he out of Rugged Pro Wrestling, or is he in a different promotion?
No, so he's more of like an independent contract deathmatch wrestler. He's been on like ICW, No Holds Barred, XPW.
Okay. So you got all these. I work with children, like I told you about. Sometimes I get teenagers in here, so on and so forth. And what advice would you give anyone thinking about getting into professional wrestling industry?
So my best advice is go for it. There's nothing should be stopping you. Do your research. Make sure what school you're going to is the one that's for you.
Okay.
And do it. Give it 110%. Go to the gym. Do your research. Start your promos early. Look in the mirror. Talk to yourself. You know, practice your somersaults. Practice lucha rolls. You know, get your body used to doing this. But 100% go for it. Don't let anything up you.
How much time in your week is consumed by training, by doing promos, by just learning about the sport of wrestling?
100%. 100%. I quit my normal job to focus on wrestling 100%. My whole day is I wake up, I go on about an 8 to 10 mile walk / run every day. I go to the gym for about 2 hours, lift weights, come home, watch wrestling, study it, talk about wrestling, plan my matches, do this, go to bed, wake up, do it all over again. Okay. And then on the weekends, I'm out traveling, trying to go to shows. If I'm not booked, I go to other promotions, watch their matches, talk with them, get the knowledge that's needed.
How much do you run and walk each day?
About 8 to 10 miles.
Holy smokes. I need to start doing that, I guess, because I need to get in shape, but not to be a pro wrestler for sure. I'm 52 years old. That's above me now, and I don't think my body could take it. But
you don't look a day over 30.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. No, I want to ask these questions because I took some kids to XIW, Extreme Impact Wrestling, and it was interesting to me because when we went there, they thought this wrestling stuff was all fake. And then until they sat second row and able to watch these indie wrestlers go at it, and then it was like, that's not fake anymore. And I'm like, that's right. You know, that's scripted, some of it, whatever. I don't care, but that still hurts. You know, it's got to hurt. That's why I asked that question. How much preparation are you doing this every day to prepare yourself for those hard knocks, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, I'm training all the time, but there's nothing that could prepare you for the hard hits, hard falls. Like, I mean, you can look at my forehead right now. Like, I got gashed open. I have my whole arm. I need stitches in my arm over here, but I still didn't get them yet. Yeah. Nothing can prepare you for it, but
I don't know if I asked your favorite venue.
The bars.
The bars, yes.
The small, intimate bars, yes.
So you talk about on the weekends traveling and going to shows and stuff like that. So let's back up a minute and talk about how hard is it to get booked? I mean, is there a lot of promotions out there? Is there some you'd stay away from? Is there some that you'd go strong to? How hard is it to actually get a gig for you guys? Because I mean, that's your life.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It is pretty hard, but as long as you put your name out there, do good work, do what you're supposed to do, you'll get noticed.
Okay.
People will notice you, but the best advice I have to people trying to get booked is go to shows. Go to the promotions that you want to work for. Like if I want to go work for, somewhere out of Indiana, I'm going to keep showing up there, asking for help, being like, hey guys, like if somebody cancels, like I'm here, I have my gear with me, and you just keep making a presence known, let them know who you are.
So a lot of road time then.
Oh, tons.
Do you do that you travel by yourself? You got family you travel with? You got buddies you travel with?
So I usually will travel with like other wrestlers, mostly the Carver. I'll go with Keaton. We just travel around. Like if they're booked on a show, I'll go with them. If I'm booked on a show, they come with me. Like we all just go with each other.
Any crazy shit happen on those car rides?
Oh yeah. I can't talk about those though.
I have to ask. No one wants to answer that stuff. No one wants to answer that question. I mean, I know there's crazy shit because I watch WWE documentaries and they're all talking about this crazy stuff that happens on these car rides. But you indie wrestlers don't want to budge. You don't want to share nothing.
Oh, I know. No, that's our secrets. So I mean, the life of wrestling is insane. Okay. So just based off of that, it gets crazier on the road.
Well, Justin said he's your biggest fan, man.
Good. I'm his biggest fan too. I appreciate it.
Awesome. So I've talked to many indie wrestlers, and I was talking to even Chris Harris, Wildcat Chris Harris from Impact, and Chili Willie from ECW. They were when they talked to me about their how they got into the business, and they talk about stories of showing up to the venue first, getting in there, helping set up the ring, helping tear down the ring. Is that the lifestyle of an indie wrestler?
100%. 100%. You show up super early. Say the show time is at 7:00 at night. You're there at 9:00 in the morning, setting up, cleaning, getting ready, sitting there going over the matches, talking with other people, and then you're there until midnight, 1 a.m., tearing down the ring, cleaning, getting your name out there. Like that's what it's all about.
Your biggest fans here watching just popped in here, so we'll be all right. Continue talking, but your biggest fan, Johnny Cass, just popped in.
Oh boy.
So we won't talk about what happens in the car rides. But one of my kids asked me, ask your guest, what kind of music do you guys jam out to on that car ride?
Oh man, mostly anything and everything. So I'm more of like, I listen to a lot of metal.
Yeah.
So we'll listen to some metal. I'm also into like some pop punk stuff, some hip hop. It just depends on the mood and what everybody's into. But sometimes we listen to podcasts. Like a lot of wrestling podcasts and just random stuff that we find.
Okay. Another question from the kids: what kind of do you guys stop at restaurants? What kind of food do you guys eat on the road?
Oh man, everything. So what I like to do is when I go to a new place, I like to go to the mom and pop restaurants. Okay. Those are my favorite. But honestly, they're mostly closed by the time the end of the show is, and we're all hungry and cranky. So it's usually gas station or Taco Bell or Wendy's or something like that.
Waffle House?
No.
Come on. they got great burgers, bro. They got great hash browns. I mean, look at me. I'm a Waffle House extraordinaire. So
I've been to Waffle House like 2 or 3 times.
All right. But so is your diet different when you're home?
100%. 100%. So I'm on a very strict high protein diet. So I'll eat about 250 to 300 grams of protein a day. I try and eat super healthy. I eat very clean when I'm at home. just trying to get in shape, bulk up, have the energy to go to the gym. When I'm on the road, I still try and eat healthy, but it's impossible. I mean, I try my best.
Awesome, man. Now the sport of wrestling, not trying to get in anybody's personal business, is the sport of wrestling a business for the single people, the single guys, single girls, or are a lot of you guys married in relationships? And how, if so, how tough is that on a relationship?
Oh, a lot of us are. I mean, it's not tough at all. All of the wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, whoever, all come to the show. They all support it. It's like one huge family.
Okay,
Everybody's very supportive of each other. Everyone makes everyone feel comfortable. Everybody's welcome.
awesome. When you're not wrestling, what's your day look like? Do you have a shoot job? Do you have what's going on?
No, so I'm 100% devoted to wrestling. I quit my job just so I could focus 100% on wrestling. My whole day consists of training for wrestling, watching wrestling, learning about wrestling, learning different styles, watching different crazy things, talking about it with other people, planning matches, booking shows. So that's pretty much my whole day.
How scared were you to quit your job? I guess that's why I remember you saying that in the beginning. How scared were you to quit your job, or was it just easy? Say, I'm done.
It was pretty easy. The job I was at, I wasn't too happy with, and I really wanted to pursue wrestling full time. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. And I love it. I absolutely love my decision I made. I'm so happy with it.
Awesome. Promos, couple hours a day. Is that just as much time spent doing promos as it is training?
Oh, I mean, for the most part, like I'll call up my friends and we just like we'll shoot promos on each other, like just BSing and like having fun, but like we'll just call each other out all the time and stuff like that. We kind of make it fun to do it, but we're still learning at the same time,
Awesome.
and
Awesome.
helping our skills out.
Awesome, man. What other sports, man, do you follow other than wrestling?
Basketball.
Yeah.
Big basketball fan. I love Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
They're my favorite team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard
I'm all
to pick
right with
favorite.
that. I'm all right with the Phoenix Suns. Booker is one of my favorite players.
Oh, I love him.
He's a great guy.
Booker, CP3.
Yep. I'm sorry. I'm a Warriors fan, so
They're great as well. I love the sport.
yeah. You a college basketball fan too, or just pro?
Not just the pros, just NBA.
Awesome, man. Johnny Cash says, "Hey, my chest is still red from Saturday night."
But I bet it is. It's going to be red for a long, long time.
All right. We already went over what fast food you're hitting up. What do you say to people? What I mentioned the word fake. What do you say to people that come to you and say wrestling is just a bunch of crap? It's fake.
People are fake. Wrestling's real. I mean, if they have any doubts, they could come into a match with me and see what it's really like. Like I said, I have to get stitches in my arm from a match on Friday. I'm gashed open on my head. My whole leg is cut open. My neck is sore. So I mean, people are the ones that are fake, not wrestling.
Nice. What's one thing that you can change about wrestling, in the wrestling business?
The politics. The politics about it. All the wrestlers are out here to have fun. We're putting our body on the lines. We don't care about the drama. Like, at least I don't. I don't want to be around the drama. I don't like the drama. I want to go out there, have a good time, put on a good show, and have fun.
Awesome. So I read the PW Pro Wrestling Illustrated. If you got nominated to the top 500, they do that once a year. What kind of feelings would go through your mind? How would that make you feel? How close are you to that?
I would be thrilled to be on that list. It would mean the world to me and show me that, all my hard work is getting paid off. So I'm more of into the deathmatch scene, which is very, very independent from normal indie wrestling. So I don't think I'd be close to that list. But one of my goals in life within the next 5 years is to make it onto the top deathmatch wrestler lists.
Awesome. So I got to ask you, I'm going to name about 5 different things. And can you tell me, can you rank the pain level? So you got the chair, you got the light bulbs, you got the barbed wire bat, you got a trash can, and you got I don't know, Nux or something. What hurts the most? What's your favorite weapon? You just elaborate on the weapons used in a hardcore death match or a hardcore match.
Oh man, we'll use everything. We got people who use weed whackers, um, um, the meat skewers,
Pizza cutter.
oh yeah, pizza cutters, of course.
Yeah.
I would say that like I love gusset plates. Those are mine. I like giving them. I like getting them. And I would say those are probably the most painful.
Gusset plates.
Gusset.
What are those? Never heard of them.
So they're used for like roofing.
Oh shit.
So it's like a flat plate on one side and then barbed spikes on the other that are like very sharp.
Dang.
And like we'll like put them in our heads and pound them in there and stuff like that.
You guys are nuts.
Yeah. Light tube. I love using light tubes. They get the crowd going. It's the loud pop, the explosion of it, just the visual of them. They also hurt. Like that's how I got this cut on my forehead was from a light tube.
I've seen that video.
Yeah. I love using all the weapons. They're all fun. I'm probably the worst person to ask if something hurts because I do not really feel pain. I absolutely love the feeling of like, getting hit with something. I would say chair shot to the head is not the nicest feeling though. That would probably be the worst out of everything you can take, I would say.
And you use other people's game controllers, I heard too. Is that true?
I do. That is a new that's a new thing that I started using.
Nice. In 30 years, man, how do you want people to remember you? And what are you going to be doing in 30 years, you think?
Hopefully I'm still alive from all of this. But in 30 years, I want people to remember me that the dude who would do whatever, the craziest wrestler you've seen, willing to jump off of stuff, go through whatever, take a beating. Kind of like Mick Foley.
Yeah.
He's known for his biggest thing is he's known for getting thrown off of that cage by Undertaker in like 97 or 98, I believe.
Right.
Yeah, that's like what I want to be known for. I want to be that guy who's willing to risk it because I love the profession so much.
Have you ever been in a cage match?
I have not. No, that is something I do want to get into though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would tell you, we were talking earlier, Extreme Impact Wrestling, XIW, December 10th. Yeah, December 10th in Panama City, Florida. Every title is going to be put up in a cage. So it's a cage.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is going to be something.
Yeah. So hopefully I get a chance to go there. Got to work some things out. Like I said, I do foster care and I have 7 kids at the time, and we have to make sure numbers are equal so I can get out of here so I can go watch it stuff. But yeah, cage matches, man. I love cage matches.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna show a video that was given to me. That's the video I talked to you about. So there'll be about a 2-minute pause.
Okay.
Everybody on this Facebook page can see it. And Twitch or other social medias can see it. It's just that we're on Zoom, so you can't. So I'm gonna play this, and then I've got some questions, Ben.
Oh. Johnny Cass, do you have a minute we can talk?
What?
Okay.
Shoot.
So Joey won by disqualification by using your controller to choke you out. Can you give us your thoughts on that?
I shouldn't be that surprised that someone of his stature and someone at his attitude level would take something that belongs to somebody else and use it to win. A cheap, very, very cheap way to to get yourself disqualified. And, I mean, I don't know why you did it. Maybe because you're too scared of me actually pinning you. And if that was the case, then I honestly, you know what? I don't blame you for doing it.
Okay, so people in the crowd said that he spit on your belt. Can you give us your thoughts?
He spit on my belt?
Yeah. That was, at least 7 people said that he spit on your belt.
You see, there's one thing that you got to understand here, Joey. This right here is what makes Johnny Cass. This is what created Johnny Cass back in 2019. And you're going to understand that. You and me, we're far from over. Do you understand me? I want a rematch somewhere down the line. I don't care if it's with Rugged Pro Wrestling. I don't care. I don't give a damn if it's with Impact Pro Wrestling or anywhere. I will beat your ass from Iowa to Illinois to Missouri to Nebraska. Hell, even all the way down to Florida. It's going to happen. And you know what? I'm not going to give you I'm not fully going to give you what you want, the type of match that you want, because everybody's telling me that you're this up and coming death match wrestler. You know what? I'm a little bit hardcore too, and I want a hardcore match with you, Joey. I don't want a death match. I don't want to give you what you want all up front. I want a hardcore match with you. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter if it's with Impact. It doesn't matter if it's with Rugged. It doesn't matter if it's with Powerhouse. Anybody. I don't care. Make the match happen. I want to beat you. 1, 2, 3. I don't want you to get disqualified. I need to redeem myself and prove to myself that I can beat you. And you know, I gotta admit something. You cut me open earlier. Right there. I'm not afraid to bleed. I don't cry when I bleed. But when I make you bleed, I'm going to make you scream in agony. I'm going to make you hurt. And then I'm the one that's going to be standing above you with my hand raised. The victor. After that 1, 2, 3. So what do you say?
That was Mr. Cass, Johnny Cass there. He was airing out some laundry, I gotta tell you. Evidently, there was some stuff that you got disqualified in that match, I guess.
I did. The ref didn't think he could hang with me and had to call the match.
That's not what he said, but that's not what Johnny Cass said. That's what I just want to try to get your viewpoint of what really happened. He said that you choked him out with his own game controller because you were afraid of him.
Because I was afraid of him.
That's what it said. You were actually not afraid. Why the controller? It was asked because he said you were scared of him.
I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not scared of anyone. The reason that I use the game controller, I will tell you this: he does have heart. I pinned him probably 6 times in that match. He kicked out every time. He took a beating from me. He would not stay down. He does not want to listen. He just wants to keep going and going and going. I needed to stop him. I needed to show him where he belongs, and that is on the ground, choked out. Now, when I went into that match, I wasn't 100%. I had a death match the night before, so I was still bleeding. I still had glass in me, and I honestly still see myself as the winner of that match. Because we could have fought forever. I still would have came out victorious because he can't hang in the big leagues.
Thank you for that. I appreciate your honesty. And he says, and I quote, he wants a rematch. And he doesn't care if it's from Iowa to Nebraska, anywhere all the way down to Florida. He wants a rematch. He doesn't want a death match. He wants a match on his own terms, which is a hardcore match.
Yeah, because he can't handle a death match. But I am willing to go. I could go hard in any kind of match you want. You want a pillow fight, I will still win. I will accept that rematch anytime, any place, anywhere.
let's talk about that. I guess 7 or 8 people brought it to his attention that you spit on his belt.
Oh, I sure did, and I will do it again. And then when I get the belt, I'm going to keep it in my toilet just to show him what that title really means. Because I don't fight for titles. I fight for blood. That's what I want. I don't care about your title, Johnny. You know, I care about making you bleed. And you want a rematch, you got it. You name the place, you name the time, I will be there. But you are going to regret it.
I mean, I don't want to speak for anybody but this video. When you go back tonight and you can rewatch this whole podcast, watch this part in specific. I'm not trying to cause any issues here. He says next time you guys meet, he's going to beat your ass. He's going to make you scream and make you hurt.
Maybe in his dreams, if that's the next place we're going to meet, because that's the only place he's ever going to do that. That's the only place he's ever going to do that.
I mean, I can see the guy. Go ahead.
Oh, he's never had an opponent like me. Never had it. And, you know, he's going to regret it. But it'll be a good lesson for him, you know, to watch who he's talking to.
Awesome, man. And he said, you know, he wants, he don't care if it's with Rugged Pro, if it's with Impact Pro, or if it's Powerhouse. You said, you name the spot, you name the time, you name the date, he'll be there. And I don't know if that belt will be put up. I hope that belt gets put up for grabs.
I mean, I just want to see if he can hang with me because I know he can't. You know, he keeps running his mouth like he's Mr. Badass over there. I promise he cannot hang with me. I will wrestle him anywhere he wants. I'll wrestle him in a backyard if he wants to. I am fine. You name the place and the time, and I will be there. And I do accept your rematch challenge, 100%. I hope you're training, though, for it.
He's on the chat here, and he's listening, I'm sure, because he says, Joey's a cheater, and you're full of excuses.
Okay. Well, we'll see at the rematch if I'm a cheater and I'm full of excuses. You got into a match with a hardcore deathmatch wrestler, knowing what to expect, and then he uses a game controller on you. I used a game controller on you, and I cheated. Wait till a hardcore match, buddy. You just wait.
He sounded like he wants to do it in Florida somehow. So I don't know how we can get this arranged, but he says, okay, let's do it in Florida so we can give you and everyone their a show to remember, especially Joey.
It is getting cold out here, so I would love to go to Florida.
All right.
I'd love to give them something they've never seen. I'd love to blow the roof off of that place with what I would do to him. It's going to be something you guys have never seen.
Sounds like you're ready, Joey.
I'm always ready. Bring it.
Bring it. That's awesome. I wanted to share that little. That was just, you know, I'm on my computer often. I talk to people, and hey, he asked me if he could send a video clip. I said, sure, send it to me, and I'll play it. So
I mean, he could send all he wants. He could talk all he wants, but you know, he's gonna have to show up and face me. That's what really matters, not him talking, saying what he's gonna do.
Awesome. On other terms, where can the fans find you, man?
Oh man, so I'm on Twitter. It's twitter.com/Joey Knotts. I'm on Facebook as Joey Knotts, and I'm on Instagram at Joey Knotts666. I also have a store on Pro Wrestling Tees. It's prowrestlingtees.com/Joey Knotts.
Awesome. So I have the promotion that I told you about, XIW down here, and all the other promotions on any other. And how will promoters get a hold of you? So if you know my guy here, how would anybody else get a hold of you?
So you guys can message me on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. You guys could also shoot me an email. It's joeyknotts666@gmail.com.
Okay. Awesome. What can fans? So does Johnny Cast? We talked about that. Fans, you told me where you can find the fans. I love your new sticker that you're putting out there.
Thank you.
I love it. I love your designs. I love your shirt. your shirts, your merch, so they can get those merch on Pro Wrestling Tees, I assume.
Correct. Yeah. So the sticker that I just made, I did just make a shirt of it. It should be on the Pro Wrestling Tees website in a few days.
Awesome. That's awesome. Johnny Cass is keeping it going, man. He wants to make Joey bleed and beg.
I want him to make me bleed. That's what I like. He won't do it though. He can't. He won't have a chance to do it. He's going to be the one bleeding.
There you go, Johnny.
I promise you he will be the one bleeding.
Johnny, do you have anything else to say while I got him on for the last 2 seconds? Joey, man, it's been nice talking to you. I appreciate your heart. I appreciate your the will to share your passion for the sport of wrestling. I appreciate your knowledge of sharing with what hardcore wrestling and death matches are to you, how you feel about that. I can tell you're a very passionate man on the whole wrestling circuit, and I really appreciate that, man. I look forward to not being on your bad side. I want to be on your good side. I want to be on Johnny's good side too. I want, you guys are great guys, great people to know. So we need to stay in touch, my guy. I added you on Facebook. I'm going to be talking to you about some things after the podcast. Johnny Cass says this before I leave. I'll be reaching out to make this match happen. You will regret what you did to me and my championship belt. There you go.
I'm ready.
Ready.
Whenever you and I'm available 24/7. You let me know. You want the match so bad? Make it happen, buddy.
I'm going to close this out. Then I'm going to talk to you on the Zoom. So stay tight, okay?
Sounds good.
Guys, I appreciate you guys coming on board the Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast. Thank you guys in the chat. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, whoever came back on there. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm a casual wrestling fan. Love wrestling. Love the sport of wrestling. Love talking to all these awesome talent of the indies. Thank you guys for supporting me and Huge Pop Wrestling. Thank you for making this dream really happen. I appreciate it. And we will see you guys.